Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you, and we're thankful for BTC Fiber for our sponsor of our program. Today we have with us three ladies, young ladies from the fair. We have Miss Robin Burgin, Miss Sammy Finley, Miss Linda Green Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about the Sequatchie County Fair as well as the pageant that's coming up. And the pageant is coming up first, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about it first.
Okay, it comes up August 7th. It's all day. And deadlines for applications is, if you want your name in the program, it's July 29th. And after that, the last day we will accept all applications is August 4th.
Okay,
and then we will begin 10 a.m. promptly on the 7th.
On the 7th, August 7th.
Yes.
Okay, and what are the, I know you have all the different categories, age categories.
Yes.
Where do they start and where do they end?
Okay, we do 0 to 12 years old, and that's broke up into age groups. And then 13 to 15 is our Teen Miss. And then 16 to 20 is our Sequatchie County Fairest of the Fair. And the winner of Fairest of the Fair will represent Sequatchie County in Murfreesboro for our convention.
Right.
And then we have 55 and plus, and that's our Senior Miss. And
we have one right here.
yes, Miss Sammy Finley is one of our queens, so we're very excited for that representation.
She's always been a queen.
Yeah, always. In my book also.
Well, that's good. And so that's coming up actually in less than, what 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we are ready. We've got the crowns, sashes, and trophies ready.
Well, the participation has been pretty good over the
Yes.
years. And, of course, everybody loves pageants, you know.
Yes.
And, so I guess y'all are looking for another good year for the pageant?
Yes, we expect a very good year. We didn't have a fair or pageants last year. And so a lot of our families are very excited for this year. And I have probably 15 applications already. So that's a good sign. Mm-hmm.
Now, if they wanted to get in touch with someone, how do they do that?
They can go on our Facebook page on Sequatchie County Fair, or they can text me, and my number's on the website, or 423-298-6972.
Okay. So anybody that wants to participate. Yep. Now, is there a limit or a requirement? You have to be in Sequatchie County, or can someone outside the county participate?
Well, Fairest of the Fair at 16 to 20, you have to be a resident of Sequatchie County.
Okay, but all other age groups?
Yes, we're open to the other counties.
Okay. And well, that's good. I know I've always seen a lot of little
Yes.
children. They're the cutest ones, and
Yes.
you know, and
Yes.
because you never know what they're going to do.
Right. No, you just don't, or what they're going to say.
Yeah. Sometimes we get that with the older group too, you know.
Sometimes.
But no, oh, that's good. Anything else you want to say about the Fairest of the Fair pageant?
We're just excited, and we encourage all families to register, and we're going to have a great day that day. We're going to have prizes, and we have Miss Tennessee coming in to judge, and then Miss East Tennessee to come in and judge.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask
Also,
about the judging, how that was done.
Yeah. None of our judges are from the county or around the county that by chance might know one of our contestants. So I have branched way out and got different judges.
So that makes it fair. No one
Yes,
can say
fair across the
favoritism
board.
or anything like that.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Yes.
always good.
Yes.
And it's fair for everybody.
Yes.
Well, good. Anything else you want to share with us about that?
No, just get a hold of us, and we will register you, and
Now, where's it going to take place, by the way?
at the fairgrounds.
At the fairgrounds.
Mhm.
I know the schools still have issues with allowing people in.
Right. Yes. And on August 5th at 6 p.m. we are going to have a dress rehearsal. That doesn't mean that you dress. That means we're taking a walk on our new stage that the county built. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So everybody get used to doing it.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful stage, and it'll be decorated beautifully, and we're just excited.
Well, good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, good. Good.
Anytime to wear a crown, you know.
I've been crowned. Well, now, Miss Sammy and Miss Linda, what about the fair? When's it? What's the dates to start off with?
7th through the 14th.
Okay.
Well, the 7th is the fairest of the fair. We start taking in entries on the 14th. That's the Saturday. It's the Saturday after the pageant. So we'll take entries on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The hours are in our premium book, and some of those are scattered around town at the different businesses. Or you can people can go on Facebook or on SequatchieCountyFair.com. We have a web page as well. We have categories for nearly any kind of crafting or hobby activity that people are engaged in. We have a large photography group that people can enter. You see so many pretty pictures on Facebook. I try to encourage people to save those pictures to have for the fair. Miss Sammy's in charge of canning and preservation.
Foods, and we encourage and we think that it's one of the important things because it makes it a showcase for your homemakers here in the county. And it's amazing what people bring in. Sometimes there's been a few that we've had to disqualify, but we follow the university's guidelines and all of their standards. And where a lot of our locals may can something that mom and grandmamas always can, if it's not to university standards, we can't use it because we go with the University of Tennessee guidelines. And that's the only way to be fair.
Yeah. And of course, everyone has access to those standards anyway, so they know what's.
And Sammy and I have been pleasantly surprised in the last few years about the amount of entries that we have and the quality of entries that we have in Sequatchie County when compared to some of the other larger counties. We've been to judge ourselves. We've been to schools and learned how to judge, and we've been to several other counties, and we're just surprised at how much more we think our people do, and what a good job they do.
We went to one, and I'm not going to say, but we went because we had some judges for the fairest of the fair. Well, that was all well and good, but then when we got there, they wanted us to judge, their fair. They had 4 vegetables, and we're talking 4, and they had 7 canned goods. And is this all of it?
And we might have 40.
Yeah.
We have a lot, and we're so proud of it.
Yes.
And gardening, we have a great group of master gardeners here in the county.
Yes, we do.
And they help us out with our crops and vegetables. So, besides people entering, then when the fair is open later in the week, Wednesday through Saturday, people can come in and see those crops and vegetables, see those canned goods, see all the photography on display. We have a big group of art pieces. We have watercolor and chalk and oils, and anything anyone does, we'll probably have a category for it. We have a large group of sewing. And of course, I should have led off with this, but our fair is an agricultural fair, primarily. As Sammy, with the canning, we want to showcase and focus on the farmers in the county and how agriculture has been, a mainstay of this area. So that's just a big part of what we do. And then the big news this year is the James Gang is coming. And so this, I have on one of our shirts that Bledsoe Telephone was gracious enough to provide for us. And there's a Ferris wheel, I think, in the back of this. And so the James Gang is coming, and we will have a carnival. from the Tuesday night of the fair, 14th, 15th, 17th, through that Saturday. And there'll be posters around and information about that as well.
I know Valley Fest had a hard time with getting their group.
It's been difficult with the virus. The coronavirus has kept people in, and it's some of the amusement companies have really struggled, and so many bookings were dropped. So we're really happy that we were able to get the James game. They're a very reputable group, so we're real happy with them.
Now, since you mentioned COVID, will there be any restrictions or maybe?
We're gonna, I know what you. We'll keep account of people that are coming in. You know, we don't want to overcrowd the business, but we have the building. But we do have a large area that we can have people come in. We'll have masks available. We'll have hand sanitizer around. So, you know, we feel our air conditioning and all has been updated this year.
Right.
We're in the process of working on that, and you know, we think we'll have a very safe fair.
Well, good. So masks are not required, but requested.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
And I mean, I think it's important, whether it's us or someone we might carry something home to. We have to think about the total public. And of course, you know, as old public health, I got to look at that. I got to see that it's happening. And we keep the big bottle of hand sanitizer right where you walk in. And then we'll have it where you walk into the gym.
Yeah. Well, that's just being safe.
And like our concessions will be inspected by the State Department of Health. Before we open, they will come in and see that we have everything set up right. And we have people that's trained. They've done it enough years that they know. But he will come in and he will look it over, and he might drop back by sometime during the week.
Well, that's just important to do that.
It is.
Because you don't want to make anybody sick,
No.
and you don't want to have anybody get sick, because you want everybody to have fun.
Right.
That's the purpose. Well, I know every year that I've been, the gym is just full of everything. I mean,
And we have other activities that are going on besides. You're right. It's full this year. We'll have photography there. We're going to have. We're updating our Down on the Farm. In previous years, Down on the Farm has been kind of an interactive where children could go in and just play. And we want to be a little more aware of kids being close to everything. So this year, we're going to have the Down on the Farm set up as if it was a working farm. And hopefully with some reenactors from the high school to be there to let the children hear what a farmer and his wife and his family, you know, might have been doing. You know, Mary, I'm going to go milk the cow, and you know, I need to churn the butter now, and those sorts of things, so that the children can see that. So that's something that's been revamped. And then on Friday night, Jill's kids are going to be performing. So we're real happy about that.
And that's in addition.
That's in addition, and on Saturday, we will have a cornhole tournament in the afternoon. Really? That's always a lot of fun. I get a sore arm, but I love to participate in that. And we'll also have some music in the evening, and we're encouraging the different graduating classes from Sequatchie County High School to have a table set up and have a booth and have it kind of like a little reunion, because you know there wasn't a alumni banquet. Thank you.
Yeah.
There was no alumni banquet this year.
Right.
So we're kind of hoping to fill a little bit of that gap.
Well, hopefully everybody will be feeling better, getting back into the swing of things.
Yes.
At least I hope so.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's all we can do, but we've got to.
And I know, like you mentioned, the crafts. There's been times I've wanted to go by and say, "What tomato looks good? I wonder if that tastes good on a sandwich." I want to grab it, or take some of that okra home and fry it up. And but I know that's always been a big thing. A lot of I don't think people realize how many people around here have gardening at their home.
Yes.
Just garden spots as well as farmers. And we have plenty of that. And like you mentioned, the working farm. There's a lot of kids, even though we're a rural area and have farms everywhere, a lot of kids here don't know what a working farm is. They don't know what
Exactly.
all it entails.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
We hope so.
And we try to encourage the whole gamut, everything that people could possibly bring in. And we even have needlework that people haven't even seen before.
Yeah.
But now, what we have to enter needs to have been made since the last fair, unless it's an heirloom type thing. We've had problems with people brought in stuff that grandmother made,
Yeah.
or that maybe has a tag on it from another year. Well, now this year, if they've made it in the last 2 years, they can enter it because we didn't get to have a fair.
Right. Last year.
And Sammy mentioned the heirlooms. We were about to leave out one of the largest groups of interest at our fair, and that's our quilts.
Uh-huh.
We have a whole room dedicated to quilts. Miss Ann Hale kind of heads up our quilting, and actually if you go over to the local depot, you can see our fair quilt, and someone's going to take that home on August 21st. The fair quilt is, of course, the theme was supposed to be for 2020 is All American Flair at the Sequatchie County Fair, because we felt like it was a election year and red, white, and blue theme. So we're going to carry that theme over, and the quilt is just beautiful. You can see it on Facebook. There's several different posts of it, and it's a beautiful big queen size quilt. But at the fair, we have one whole room that's dedicated to nothing but quilts, and they're on frames that are as high as the ceiling. And there's how many? There's 30 maybe categories, 30 categories of quilts. I mean, there's everything from the vintage quilts, there's lap quilts, there's regular size quilts, there's hand stitched and machine quilted, machine stitched and machine, every combination. It's really interesting to go through and see the quilts. They are just beautiful.
And I always liked, one of my favorite parts, all of it's my favorite, but it's where the kids, the things they build and,
Yes.
Oh,
and
yes.
their little part. I think that's so neat because they're creative.
Right.
Every category in our fair has an adult and a student lots. So we have students who can, we have students who draw and paint and color, when students who, and the little guys who, like you say, make things, that are crafty or whatever. So, we try to cater to everybody.
And we do make sure that we have categories, and it may not say, but if we have someone from some of our special people that enter something, we make sure they have a category for their stuff to be displayed and judged, because they've worked as hard as anyone, or maybe harder.
Sure.
And you were asking Robin about who could enter the pageants. That also pertains to who can enter things in our fair. And we take entries from any area, as long as the people have some connection. We have people who maybe live outside the county, but they work in the county. Or they have children that come to school in the county. Or, they have some other connection. Grandma lives in the county and they're here at Grandma's house all the time. And that we can usually cover most anyone in that way.
Well, that's great.
Mhm.
So it covers really anybody and everybody who wants to participate.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Well, that's good.
Except for our fairs to the fair.
Yes,
And
that
has to be-
has to be a resident, yeah.
And that's understandable too.
Mhm.
Because you wouldn't want somebody from another county representing the
No,
center.
no. And you know, our senior ladies, the ones that participate, oh Lord, they are so proud to do it.
Yeah,
I won't never forget the very first one we had. My mother was senior miss. And we dolled her up and combed her hair and put her on a dress. And there was 19 in it that year.
Really?
Oh,
19.
Oh,
I
wow.
wish we could go back to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
wow. That,
And it's not about winning. It is
No.
about confidence, and it's about participation, and it's about getting to know others and lifting other women and girls up. It's not about the crown. Now, I can emphasize on the crown because I like sparkle, but it's not about that. It is about the self-confidence that even the little girls learn while they walk on that stage. It's all about that. It's not about the winning. And because some of the mommies say, well, I would, but what if she doesn't win? She'll think that she's not pretty. No, that's not what we do. And we all need to come together and say, it's about what we're going to learn and take away from this and encourage others. That's what it's all about.
well, you develop friendships.
Yes.
And then we encourage each other.
Yes.
And because when I look at some of those things, I'm thinking, man, that takes talent. That's something I couldn't do. Some of the things I can't do. I just look at them and I go, wow, that's just
Yes.
amazing
Mm-hmm.
to see other people, the talents they have. And so it's not all about whether you go to college or, or whether you get your doctorate degree or not.
Right.
There's talents
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
And that's the neat thing. And Sequatchie County can encourage one another
Yes.
by doing this
Yes.
and help each other. And I think there'll be a big turnout this year since we didn't have it last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more people are excited. And that's going to be, school starts the first week of
Oh, yeah, the
August.
fourth will already.
Yeah. So y'all won't be far behind.
No.
We like to wait until after school starts because we feel like we get a better participation with the students. We have more of a captive audience. We can.
Yeah.
And we have a chance for someone from the fair to go to the school and pass out
Right.
literature and encourage them.
I know when I taught school, we always had those little pamphlets or whatever.
Yes.
And the colored books
Yeah.
and the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Handed tons of them out.
Yeah.
But it got the kids to go.
Yeah.
And especially the elementary kids, they loved it.
Mhm.
Well, all the kids do,
Sure.
not just elementary. But
Yeah.
was there anything else y'all want to include that we haven't talked about? We've talked about quite a few things.
We just encourage the community to come out and support our fair and make it what it is. Because when we leave here after the fair, we have to go, we don't have to, we go to the state convention and we have to put on a display there that represents what went on at our fair. And, that gets the word out across the state. Hey, those people down there in Sequatchie County are having a fair. We might need to go see them. And we go to different fairs just to see. Well, we used to say we borrow or steal ideas.
But imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
That's
so we
right.
do a lot.
That's the way you learn.
Yep.
See what others do and do.
I would put in this little plug. If there's anyone out there that's interested in helping us with the fair, maybe someone that's moved in and had some experience doing that before, if they give us a call, get in touch with us. All our information, all our contact information is in the premium books that are around town and on the website and on Facebook. We encourage, everything we do is volunteer. We are supported through a donation from the county. We're supported through activities that we generate, like the Fairest of the Fair. We're supported through businesses like Bledsoe Telephone, Bledsoe Fiber, and we're just needing people to help. It's all volunteer. No one's paid to do anything. So if there's anyone interested in helping out, we'd love to talk to them.
All right, great.
And when you go and visit these other places and get to talking, or even just at the state convention, you think, we are blessed.
Yes.
Yes.
We are blessed. We
Yes.
have to thank the county and all the support that we get, whether it's monetary or just encouragement, or we can pick up the phone and say, this air conditioner is not right. There'll be somebody come.
Yeah.
And you know how that goes in the old building. You've been there.
I've been in that old building,
Yeah,
out there
yeah.
a few years.
But we're blessed because we have a building.
Yes.
Well, and the thing I think about Sequatchie County, of all the years I've been here, is people helping each other. And especially a lot of the businesses, I know they get called on all the time. But, you know, they're willing to help. They're willing, sometimes more than others, you know, it depends on their conditions too, you know, but they've always helped, no matter what.
That's right.
And we are grateful.
Yes.
And it's not just sports teams like a lot of
Oh,
people
no.
think. That our businesses support a lot of things right
Yes.
here.
Yeah, they really do.
Yes.
And they've been very helpful.
Right.
Well, I appreciate y'all being here. And folks, remember, the fair's coming up. First, what was the date again?
The first day we take in entries is the 14th, but the Fairs to the Fair
Is the
is the week
So,
before.
okay, so be there at the fair, and if you want to volunteer, contact the fair board, and I'm sure they'll put you to work. And so watch us again on BTC Fiber YouTube page, as well as the BTC Fiber Channel 18. Like us and subscribe. And until then, we'll see you at the fair. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.